ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। ओम की इस मधुर ध्वनि से किया परिवर्तन। प्रेम शांति सिखा के बदला सभी का जीवन। आदि देव प्रजापिता श्री बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। सोहनी सूरत मोहनी मूरत, ज्ञान के मोती। भव्य मुख पर चंद्रमासी, चमकती ज्योति। दिव्य दर्शन दिव्य वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम ओम। विश्व में थी पाप की जब घटा छाई, तब विभूति आप जैसी धरती पे आई। एक तार में बंध के सारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्मा मुख से मधुर वाणी, बोलते ध्वनियों। ब्रह्म से शिव बाबा पधारे, ओम
Om Shanti. Today's date is 9th May. In today's Murli, Baba has drawn our attention to the first lesson, that is, who am I? I am a soul. I am a clean, pure soul. We need to understand the significance of imbibing the complete purity. The attitude becomes very pure, elevated when we become soul conscious. There should be the cleanliness, honesty, or transparency when we interact with some other people. Baba says the purity is the foundation of this Brahmin life. Baba has drawn our attention to this aspect. Children, while moving along, if you become body conscious and you get trapped in someone's name or form, Baba says the illness of getting trapped in someone's name and form, then you like someone based on their specialities or talents. Those talents of someone is influencing you. When you get trapped in someone's name or form, we have been trapped in someone's name or form from a long time. Baba reminds us the bestower is the one Shiv Baba who gifts every soul with the specialities or talents. Shiv Baba is the bestower of knowledge, so we need to remember him, not the souls who have these specialities or talents. Baba says if you get trapped in someone's name or form, you will descend. This leads to your descending stage. So let's listen today's Murli with so much attention. It's more about dharana. The essence of Murli, the first one, sweet children, the most severe illness is to be trapped in someone's name or form. Become introverted and check this illness and become free from it. You need to become introvert and get liberated from this illness. Question: what is the way to finish the illness of name and form? What loss is incurred by this illness? What is the way to finish the illness of name and form? What is the loss? What is the damage incurred by this illness? When you churn on this point, then you will realize how much you are losing. Answer: in order to finish the illness of name and form, have true love for one Father. But if your intellect wanders, or if your intellect gets pulled towards any human being while remembering Baba, you need to honestly give the news to Baba. When you give your news to Baba with an honest heart, Baba forgives you. Don't hide anything from the surgeon. You will become cautious when you give your news to the Father. If your intellect is pulled towards anyone's name or form, then you cannot remember Baba. Such souls, instead of doing service, they do a lot of disservice. They perform such actions which will defame the Father. Such souls become a part of receiving very severe punishment. Om Shanti. You children now know that everyone has to receive inheritance from the Father. A soul will not receive any inheritance from another soul. Whether he is a brother or a sister, no one knows about anyone's stage. Only one Shiv Baba who knows about everyone's stage. No brother or a sister, no soul can know about anyone's stage or state of mind. Baba receives news of every child. Everyone has to check himself or herself, to what extent am I remembering Baba. Baba has drawn our attention towards maintaining the chart from the beginning of the Murli itself. Baba tells us to check 2 points, that is, to what extent am I remembering Baba, and to what extent my intellect gets pulled in someone's name or form. The soul himself realizes that one has to consider himself as a soul. Does my attitude is towards Shiv Baba, or is it towards someone's name or form? How many times Baba has asked us to check on this point? Your intellect doesn't wander. You need to consider yourselves as a soul and remember Baba and start forgetting everything. You need to ask your heart, does my intellect gets directed towards Shiv Baba, or it's getting pulled towards household responsibilities or relatives or friends or someone's name or form? You need to become introverted and check yourselves. You need to be stable and still and be in that silent stage to check yourselves. When you come and sit here for remembrance, you need to verify yourselves. If someone is sitting in yoga in front of you, those souls also must be remembering Shiv Baba. It doesn't mean that when you sit for yoga, you remember your children or other relatives. So you need to ask yourself, when you sit here for yoga, where does your intellect wander? Whether it's towards Baba or towards the worldly life. You must definitely remember Shiv Baba alone. While sitting here, am I sitting in the remembrance of Baba? If someone sits in yoga with an open eyes, or someone with their eyes closed, so what is the accurate way of sitting in yoga? Baba says, irrespective of the posture, But what is the correct way of the posture? That is, you need to open your eyes. You must not keep your eyes closed when you sit for yoga. When you close your eyes and sit in yoga, you will be drawn towards, you will fall asleep. You must be very alert while listening to the Murli, and listen to this Murli with so much love. Irrespective of whether someone sits in yoga with closed eyes or open eyes, one has to check Baba. What is being explained by Baba? We need to remember one alone. We need to remember one Baba alone, and we have to listen to the one Father. Those who sit in yoga, they always remain engrossed in the remembrance of one Baba, right? Here, no one knows about anyone's stage, whereas Baba gets the news of everyone's state of mind. It's not required to look at sister or a brother or someone's stage, because Baba has got the news about everyone's stage. So Baba knows about everyone's state of mind. Who are good children of Baba, whose intellect's line is very clear. Baba says good children are those whose intellect is very clear, and their intellect's yoga doesn't get pulled towards anyone's name or form. Their intellect is clear and it's only towards Baba. The intellects of some people get pulled towards somewhere, but when they listen to this Murli, they realize their weaknesses and they start getting transformed. And they also feel that this is my mistake. My vision and attitude towards someone was truly wrong. Now it has to be made right. These things are being explained by Baba. Such subtle points of the Dharana can be explained by Baba alone. A brother cannot explain anything to another brother, that is, souls cannot explain or help anyone. Baba only sees. Baba looks at some children. Baba knows what is the attitude of this child. Baba says he understands by listening to what each one says and by seeing them. Baba relates, everyone relates the condition of their heart to the Father. But when you share something with Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba also definitely listens, right? Until he hears anything, how could he know what the person is doing? One can of course understand from their activities and service that this person or this soul has a lot of body consciousness and someone has got less. Baba says the activities of these souls is not that great because they always get trapped in someone's name and form. The activities and the behavior in the interactions of the souls would indicate whether someone does his or her intellect is pulled towards someone else. Baba directly asks children, does your intellect gets pulled towards anyone? Someone gets trapped in someone's name and form in such a way that they don't even give the news to the father. They cause themselves a great damage or loss by not informing the father about their stage. By giving, because you will also be careful for the future. Baba says there are many children gives who don't give their true chart to the father because they feel ashamed. Baba says when you perform something wrong, you don't tell the surgeon about that, but when you hide such things from the father, you incur a great loss. When you share the news with the father, your heart becomes light. If your intellect is drawn towards someone's name or form, you need to be honest with the father about that. We also know that Baba is the one who knows about everyone, but why should we even give the chart to Baba then? It becomes very much essential to share the news with the father and take that power or might from him, then get rid from the disease of getting trapped. But when you don't share anything with the father, it remains within yourselves. It adds to the burden. But when you inform the father, you will not perform such things, or you will take care. You will remain cautious with yourself for the future, but when you don't share it with the father, the disease grows inside. Baba also knows that such and such child is a very serviceable one. Look at the qualifications of the serviceable children. How are they in doing service, or their intellect just gets entangled in someone's name or form. Baba also looks at the horoscope of every child. Baba says he has so much love for that one that he pulls him. Some of you do very good service, some are fragrant flowers who do a lot of service. Their intellect doesn't get pulled off towards any other side. Yeah, we used to get disturbed before, but now we are quite stable. Now we are very cautious about this. We always tell Baba, now I'm careful. I I used to make many mistakes. Mistakes always happen when you are body conscious. The root cause of making mistakes or performing sinful actions is body consciousness. Then your status also will be destroyed completely. Some are so innocent that they don't even they don't even realize that they are influenced by the body consciousness. Of course, one has to have a clean and honest heart. When your intellect gets connected with the Father, even if you are doing a small mistake, you will get that realization power to analyze and correct it. Baba says it's very much required to have a honest and clean heart in order to claim a high status. Baba says the heart of the Lakshmi Narayan, or the intellect, mind and intellects, it's very clean and honest. Of course, you need to have the honesty and cleanliness to the same extent. If someone's intellect is connected to the Father, they will attain a high status. If someone's intellect is drawn towards the limited beings, then your status will be destroyed. By looking at some children, Baba feels that they get trapped in someone's name or form. They are not able to have the soul conscious stage. Of course, they will also deserve a less status. Baba says the entire kingdom is established right from the subject till the king. If someone doesn't make any effort, if someone doesn't pay attention, they deserve a very low status. Baba says the entire kingdom is established right from the kings to the beggars. Everything is number wise. Why does we get our positions number wise? One has to understand the secret behind this. Baba says you definitely will become number wise. Your degrees continue to decrease. Those who were 16 celestial degrees full, they become 14 degrees. Your degrees gradually decrease. This way, it's good even if you have 14 degrees, but when you go to the path of sin, just look at the journey of the soul, how the degrees and the qualifications start reducing from being 16 degrees to 14 degrees, then it starts reducing gradually. Then when we adopt the path of sin, then we become completely vicious. As the soul gradually comes down the ladder, the lifespans also become shorter, and you continue to become Rajon Tamoguni. And as it decreases, you continue to become old. While taking bodies, souls continue to become old. Baba says this entire knowledge is in you, children. You also have the understanding. How did you start descending from the soul having 16 degrees to a stage where one becomes completely vicious? Now you have got the directions of the Father. We get Shrimat only in the auspicious confluence age. Then there is no need to receive the godly directions for 21 births. Baba says, of course, these God's directions will last for 21 births. Then when the kingdom of Ravan starts, you start receiving the directions of Ravan. They also show that deities going onto the path of sin. It's not like that of other religious souls. When deities go on to the path of sin, then the souls of other religions start coming from up above. There was one religion in the golden age and the silver age. Then when the deities come on the path of sin, then the souls of other religions start coming from up above. Baba says it's a time to go back now. This is an old world. Baba says, of course, it's my role in this old world as per drama. Baba's role is to transform the old world into a new world, that is, transforming the impure one into a new pure one. You also understand that human beings, they don't know anything. You explain them so much. Some pay a lot of interest. Some start giving their own directions. When Lakshmi and Narayan were there, there was this purity, peace, prosperity. Baba says purity plays a prominent role on the path of knowledge. Baba says purity is the foundation. This is the first blessing we received from the Father. That is, be pure and be yogi. Human beings don't know that the deities were pure in the golden age. They always believe that even deities gave birth to their children, but they don't know how the creation takes place with the power of yoga. It is said, they say that if you remain pure throughout your whole life, then how would you have your children, etc. But you need to explain to them that by remaining pure at this time, you remain pure for 21 births. This means we are establishing that voiceless world by following Shrimat. Shrimat is from the Father. It's remembered that God didn't take long to change human beings into deities. Now all of you are human beings who will then become deities. You are establishing the deity government by following Shrimat. Purity is the most important thing in this, and it is souls that you have to become pure. The soul has become the one with stone intellect from the one with the divine intellect. Just you need to explain the contrast, how pure you were and how you have become the one with the stone intellect now. Baba had established that pure kingdom, which is of course called paradise. Of course, it's Baba alone who makes deities from human beings. Human beings were impure. How did God make them pure from impure? The Father tells children that if you remember me, you will become voiceless. How did he make children pure? Baba said, if you remember Baba alone, then you will become pure. During the initial times of the creation of the sacrificial fire, in depth, the classes about the complete purity were given to the students. Everyone's attention was drawn towards this aspect, that is purity in thought, word, action. When you explain this point to anyone else, that remembering the Baba is the only option to become pure, how will you become pure from impure? You would constantly have to remember Baba. You need to break away your intellects. Baba says you have to break your intellects away from everyone else and connect them with the one Father. Then only you will be able to become deities. Baba makes it very clear, break your intellects. You need to withdraw your attention from everyone else and connect with the Father, because everyone's state of mind or stage is different. You need to break your intellects away from everything else. You need to explain in such and such a way. Whatever explanation has been given by you, it was of course perfect as per the Brahma plan. Human beings also understand, and day by day you also get good points to explain to others. The main and the foremost point here is how do we become pure from impure. Baba says You need to renounce your body and bodily relations and bodily religion. Then remember Baba alone. Only you children know about this auspicious confluence age. This is the time we become Brahmins, and we are the children of Prajapita Brahma. Baba is teaching us, without becoming Brahmins, how do you become deities? Brahma Baba also takes 84 births, and Baba is the one who takes the number one birth. Baba comes and takes Brahma Baba's costume. Baba explains the most fundamental aspect is consider yourself as a soul and remember the Father. When you become body conscious, you get entangled or trapped in some form. Everyone cannot become soul conscious, right? Baba gives us so much clarity and explanation, irrespective of however is. Despite giving the same teachings to everyone, all of us will not become soul conscious, right? One has to verify completely. We need to check ourselves whether to what extent do I become body conscious, do I perform any sinful action, what are the checking points. When we have this subtle checking in place, of course we understand that we become influenced by our sanskars and we start performing sinful actions. Baba says, of course, many children get influenced and they perform sinful actions and they deserve severe punishment at the end, because no one has become Karmatit. Baba says, someone who has attained the Karmatit stage, all that sorrow is removed from those who reach their Karmatit stage. They become liberated from the punishment. Baba says you need to reach the stage of Karmatit. Everyone will not make the effort in the same way, though the same study is being studied. Everyone will not make effort in the similar way. You would have observed in worldly schools, someone would get at first class and someone may be at a moderate level. So Baba says this is also a school. Someone will just go forward, someone gets entangled in the middle. Of course, you also know that you become kings number wise, and because of your account of sinful actions, definitely you have to get the punishment. The soul experiences punishment when he is in the womb. When the soul is in the womb, the soul says, please take me out, I will not do anything wrong. The soul experiences punishment. It is the soul who does perform sinful action or charitable actions. Baba says this body is of no use. The prominent aspect here is considering yourself as a soul. Those who understand themselves as a soul, they also know that it is the soul who does everything, and it is the time for all the souls to return. That is the time when we get the knowledge. So we will not get this knowledge at any other point in the entire cycle, because this is the time to return. So that is why we are being given this knowledge. Souls who become soul conscious, they always look at one another. They will not look at anybody's body. When you become soul conscious, you will not be attracted towards anyone's name or form or body. Baba says being soul conscious all the time is the most elevated stage. In order to be stabilized in this stage, in order to ensure that this stage remains constant all the time, Baba says If your attention gets trapped in someone's name or form, that is, whether a brother and sister become trapped in one another, a lot of disservice takes place. Baba gives this blessing, may you be a soul conscious. This requires a lot of effort. There are many subjects in this study, and a student always feels that I may fail in this study, I may fail in this subject. When you have this kind of feeling, your entire performance will be weak. Baba says, you souls are becoming like golden vessels with the power of intellect's yoga. If there is no yoga, there will not be any strength. If you fail in one subject, you will always become slack in other subjects also, because there is an interconnection. Baba says, you won't have the strength, there will not be any power of yoga. What is that father explaining? How much you should increase your stage. You should look at yourself. You need to check yourself. Am I doing something unlawful throughout the day? If you have any such habit, if someone realizes that I have this kind of habit which is not as per Shrimat, then we should just try to get rid from that habit. When we listen to the Murli, we pay attention of not getting influenced by that. But Maya makes you make mistakes on the second or third day. Such subtle things continue all the time. All of this knowledge is incognito. What do human beings know about this? When you tell them, we do everything for ourselves and cover our own expenses. We make Bharat a heaven, that too with our own mind, body and wealth. How do we make? With someone's support. That is why Baba says always. Baba has talked about this point frequently in this week's Murli, that it's better to die rather than asking anything. Whatever you receive easily is like a milk. When you, whatever is asked, it's like the water. If you receive something by asking for it, they give you out of compulsion, as though they have to sacrifice something in order to give it to you. What to do? They have asked, I have to give. Whether I like or not, that is something different. So Baba says the value of the thing gets reduced when you ask and when you get. But when you get automatically without asking, it has a higher value. But when you compel someone to give you, Baba says it's of no use. Do you think Baba's children are like this? They cause a lot of distress, they incur debt, and it becomes like a blood. There is no need to incur any debt. Baba says, since our lifestyle or the standard of living is very simple and easy, so Baba makes it very important point that we should not borrow funds from anyone. Sometimes Baba says, what does your stomach need? You need only 2 chapatis, right? A very little food is required, right? If you donate something and take it back, there is the example of King Harishchandra, right? Who did that? He kept on remembering the things that he donated. Baba is also giving us the way of maintaining the account. Dadi Prakashmani ji also used to help us maintain the account of the finances or money. How many categories have to be made? A part of the money, a part of your income should be saved for yourself, for your personal expenses, some for the family, and some for your children's education, and of course for Baba also. Baba says you have to keep your share aside so that that will come for your help. You have to ensure that you remember Baba in such a way that remembrance of the Baba only will be there during your final moments. Of course, you need to spin the discus of the self-realization also. Baba says it doesn't mean, children, don't assume that you will reach that stage at the end moment. So it will not happen like that. You need to have this practice for a long period of time. Baba says it isn't that you have to remember Baba at the end moment. Baba says practice for a long time is required. This enables you to experience the reward for a long time. Today's Baba's subject is purity. Baba says, children, you need to make a lot of effort in order to become completely pure. Baba says, children's attention is required here. Baba says, daily you have to ask yourselves, did I do anything unlawful? Am I trapped in name or form? Do I go crazy on seeing someone? Do I do anything unlawful with my physical organs? You should not have any love. You should not have any love at all for this old impure body. That too is a body consciousness. You have to remain free from any attraction. You need to have true love for the only one, that is, have love for everyone else without being attracted. Although you have children, there should not be any attraction to anyone. You know that whatever is seen with this physical eyes is to get destroyed. So all your love will be removed from that. But when you think about these points, you will never be attracted towards anything or anyone. Today it's okay, we are seeing, but tomorrow these things will not be there. Your love should be only for the one. You have to remain free from being attracted towards anyone's name. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. And the spiritual children also offer love and remembrance and say good morning to the mother, father and Bap Dada. The essence for the first one. What was the essence of today's Murli? You revise yourselves. Make your attitude very clean and pure. You should not perform any wrong actions. Be very cautious. You should not let your intellect attach itself anywhere. Second one. You should have true love for the one father. And you should love everyone without being attracted. Make your stage of soul conscious in such a way that you will not be having any attachment towards the body. And today's blessing. With the sanskars of self-sovereignty, may you claim a right to the future kingdom. Such souls become a fortunate soul. Today's blessing, may you become a fortunate soul with the sanskars of self-sovereignty and claim a right to the future kingdom. The sanskars of ruling yourself, that is the self, for a long period of time enables you to experience the reward for a long time in the future. But if you are influenced by the limited sanskars or natures, but if you don't have the sanskar of being that self-sovereign, Baba says, of course, you will stay in the kingdom of those who will just rule the kingdom, but you will not be able to become a part of that. Baba says, if you don't have proper controlling power, or if you don't rule yourselves, then Baba says you will not be able to rule the kingdom in the future. Look at the image of your fortune in the mirror of knowledge. What is my effort and what is the reward that I get? By practicing this over a long period of time, you can make your special cooperative workers become your companions in your kingdom and work under your control. Baba says you need to become a king, become such a great soul and start performing elevated actions. Then you will be called a fortunate soul. Slogan: in order to give Sakash to the world, you need to have the unlimited disinterest. Of course, Baba says that it's important to have the unlimited disinterest. This attitude should be there if you want to do the Mansa Seva. So today's versions are meant for checking daily, so that we need to churn these points so that we will be able to go into the depth of this point and direct our energy towards the right path. Then we will be able to realize our mistakes and we will be able to erase them completely. Baba has also made this point to be noted. Baba said, when we listen the Murli, we correct ourselves in that 1 day or 2 days. Then again we are back to the routine. Baba says this requires constant practice. And today's Avyakt signal: in order to make your body and mind happy, Baba says think less. Because when you think more, you are just wasting your energy. Churning the points of knowledge is something different. If you want to think or churn any point, or when you have some negative thoughts that I don't become bodiless, Baba, my service is not that great, Baba says these all are wasteful thoughts. Don't create any waste thoughts. Instead of that, make a firm thought that being an embodiment of success, that is my birthright. I am a victorious jewel every cycle. Baba says when you make positive thoughts with determination, you will be able to have that happiness. Baba says, I am a soul who has got victory in every cycle. Today is Satgurvar. Let's sit in Baba's remembrance and invoke Baba. Om Shanti, all the surrendered brothers and sisters. All the brothers and sisters who have given their names to offer bhog, they are requested to assemble in the office which is behind this conference hall. The evening meditation will be in the conference hall from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's remember Baba.
महिमा अपरंपार। उड़ जा प्यारे वतन में, नीले अंबर के उस पार, नीले अंबर के उस पार। पंछी रे उड़ जा प्यारे वतन में, नीले अंबर के उस पार, नीले अंबर के उस पार। हो नीले अंबर के उस पार।
तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद में जीते हैं बाबा, तेरी याद में जीते हैं बाबा, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं। रहे याद सदा ही साथ तेरी, रहे याद सदा ही साथ तेरी। बस और न हम कुछ चाहेंगे, बस और न हम कुछ चाहेंगे, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं। जो पल बीते तेरी यादों में, जो पल बीते तेरी यादों में, वो पल अविनाशी होते हैं, वो पल अविनाशी होते हैं। हर पल को सफल बना देंगे, हर पल को सफल बना देंगे, तेरी याद कभी ना छोड़ेंगे, तेरी याद कभी ना छोड़ेंगे। तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं। आप रहो संग संग बाबा, यूं ही आप रहो संग संग बाबा। इस दुनिया के सुख पाने क्या, इस दुनिया के सुख पाने क्या, लहराते रहे तेरी यादों में, लहराते रहे तेरी यादों में, उन यादों में खो जाएंगे, उन यादों में खो जाएंगे। तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद में जीते हैं बाबा, तेरी याद में जीते हैं बाबा, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं। रहे याद सदा ही साथ तेरी, रहे याद सदा ही साथ तेरी, बस और न हम कुछ चाहेंगे, बस और न हम कुछ चाहेंगे, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं, तेरी याद का अमृत पीते हैं।
बाबा तेरे हम रहे यही जिंदगी का सार है, बाबा तेरे हम रहे यही जिंदगी का सार है, इस भरे संसार में तेरा प्यार ही आधार है, इस भरे संसार में तेरा प्यार ही आधार है, बाबा तेरे हम रहे।
Om Shanti. I went to the subtle region to offer bhog to Baba. There was this song which was being played. That was the old song which was about, this song was about look at the condition of the world, God. Baba was asking me, child, did you listen to the song? This song was composed maybe 60 to 70 years back. For what purpose this was composed? Of course, this was composed by human beings, worldly human beings, because this was applicable during that time. Because Baba had to choose you Brahmin children from the world. Baba wanted you to get that unlimited disinterest. That is why this song, when it was being played, children used to get an attitude of unlimited disinterest. And because of that attitude of unlimited disinterest, Baba's very few chosen children also emerged. What was the another song which was played for you children? Another song was, I have already attained what had to be attained. This song is also meant for you Brahman children. The worldly children were not understanding this song. But when you look at the current world situations or scenario, all the rest of the souls of the world, those whose life is filled with the sorrow or unhappy incidents, they have that chaos in their lives because of the diseases or because of the situations. The song which says about I have attained what had to be attained, this song will be remembered by them as the time passes on. Because as the time passes, they are drawn towards this song. That is why human beings of the world, of this world, they come to this land to take those drops, to have those attainments. Because they definitely have to come to Baba's land to take those few drops. What is the stage of you Brahman children? There are always three categories of everyone's stage. Baba is also looking at the third stage of everyone. Baba says the spark, the fire is lit. They light that fire, they come aside, they disappear so that they'll not be affected by that influence. Baba says the fire they have spread. The scenes, or you can see the cold wars or the situations of the world which are witnessed now. It will take a very big form, even though nothing would be there. So you Baba's children's responsibility is to extinguish that fire with the power of your peace, because you Baba's children are tapasvi souls and the souls who bestow the world with the coolness. Baba was explaining to me about these things. Then Bhog was offered. Baba gave drishti to the Bhog and said, always the love and remembrance of the children is there in the Bhog. Baba also have those feelings merged in his heart, and in whosoever, on behalf of whomever the Bhog was offered, Baba emerged those children as well, and he offered Bhog to them. All those children who come to Baba's house, always they should take the love and the affection from this land. So I took Baba's love and remembrance and I came to the corporeal world. Thank you. Om Shanti.
ये तो सबका चेहरा बड़ा खुश नमा खुशियों में नाचते रहते हैं। बाबा तो कहते हैं सदा अंदर ही अंदर ऐसे खुशियों में रहो जो आपका चेहरा ऑटोमेटिक बोले, मुख नहीं बोले पर चेहरा बोले, आपके नैन बोले कि कैसे हम अंदर उन्हीं खुशियों में रहते हैं। चेहरे में पहली बात तो नैनों की ही है ना, नैनों से बोलना पर मुख से नहीं बोलना, लेकिन सदा खुशियों में है। ये कौन है और किस बाप ने इन्हों को ऐसा बनाया है, वो ये सोचते रहे। तब बाबा हम बच्चों पर खुश होते हैं। बाकी तो खुशियाँ व्यक्त करना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, लेकिन सदा खुशी में रहे, हर परिस्थिति में खुशी रहे, ये है हमें अपने आप को सबक पढ़ाना। रोज रोज अपने को ये सबक पढ़ाते रहो कि हर हाल में, हर परिस्थिति में मुझे खुश रहना है। ये बाबा हमारे से चाहता है।
सबसे